Hey everybody, it's Super Bro, and there's a lot to unpack here. Like, I actually had to watch this direct multiple times just so I can come up with the right words to say about it. But I'm going to be analyzing this direct and just kind of going over the things that I'm most excited for, as well as address a few elephants in the room. But the big elephant in the room I'm gonna address at the end because this is like a big deal. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start by discussing the new Mario Kart game. And this looks interesting. Like 24 players in a single race is gonna be wild. The character models already look great. Princess Peach looks especially good. Yoshi looks a lot different. Just, they're bringing back DK Pass. I don't even know if it's going to be, like, the same one from DS, but, I know it's probably going to have a different look to it. This just looks like a huge step up, especially from Mario Kart 8. And I thought Mario Kart 8 was the most beautiful looking Mario Kart game. And you get to play as the freaking cows from Moo Moo Metals. And I think they're bringing back the Mega Mushroom. Like, I think that was only in Mario Kart Wii. And, oh yeah, you can ride that semi-truck. And here's another big peak here. The multiple outfits. And they got Peach looking like a baddie. I mean, I know some of these outfits are from Princess Peach Showtime, which, unfortunately, I myself have not played yet. Don't know if I plan to anytime soon, but here's what it's called, Mario Kart World. And, like, it looks so clean, it looks so beautiful, you know? It looks so good. I think in one of the previews, I did see Airship Fortress from Mario Kart DS, so they're like linking together all these tracks, and they're making an entire world. And the fact that you can go off the track and explore virtually anywhere with, like, the whole, like, I love the open world approach that they're going with, like, because I've played racing games that have open worlds. Like, I think the Need for Speed games had that, and I know for sure Cars the video game had it. Anybody remember Cars the video game? That was very fun. Yeah, this free roam mode is what I'm talking about. And of course I gotta point out the fact that you can go on walls, you can go on rails, and you could just take a little drive. You can go over the water, and you can even go with friends, though I don't think I'll be taking drives with friends much unless I find some. Like right there, that was Airship Fortress. That was Airship Fortress. And that definitely looks like Dino Jungle from Double Dash. Just everything about this just looks so clean. It looks so beautiful. It looks so polished. It looks perfect. It looks like they nailed everything about what made Mario Kart great. And I'm definitely gonna watch the direct when it airs too about this game. And I should also mention that a lot of this is unscripted. Like, I did not rehearse this. I did not prepare this. Like, I did not write anything down. I'm going into this completely blind and discussing my honest thoughts about it. So now let's get into what the Nintendo Switch 2 can do. Like, the first thing that they reveal in this direct is the voice chat feature, the game chat. They have this, like, little C button that they're adding onto the Joy-Cons, at least the new Joy-Cons for the system, and this thing is more than what it seems. It has a built-in microphone that automatically cancels out background noise, and yeah, as you can see here, his roommate's making a smoothie in the background, and he's still talking to his friends over voice chat, and they're just kind of having a nice little gaming session together. How they were unable to achieve this, especially during the pandemic, is beyond me. I mean, I know there was, like, the Nintendo Switch Online chat, but it still worked like your standard voice chat. And okay, here's the first elephant in the room. The frame rate of the other players' face cams. And Yeah, that already looks a little bit odd, but hey, it's a feature that they're just adding to the game, and you can even look at each other's screens and find out what they're playing, and you can just kind of have a good time. I mean, I know that a lot of people will come together and argue that, oh, Discord can do that same thing. What if not everybody has Discord? What if not everybody has a PC, or what if not everybody has like a capture device that can record gameplay on your system? So it's kind of making up for that. And I will say that, not everybody owns a capture card like I do. Not everybody owns a system that has a capture, like, that is compatible with like Discord's screen capture and stuff. There's just so many factors about this that I feel like it's going to make it more accessible. And Nintendo has always been a company that values accessibility over literally everything else. And this looks like such a fun feature that looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I can see groups of friends enjoying this. I can see families enjoying this. I can see like siblings even, I can see friends who live distant from each other having sessions like these. I don't know if it's on a regular basis, but I can definitely see that happening as these screens show here. And you can even mute if you need to. You can probably block someone out if they're being too toxic. Probably exactly like Discord, but I won't draw the comparisons anymore because, like I said, I love how this feature plays, and I love seeing how it's performing in real time. And the frame drops, it's kind of hard to capture multiple screens at once, especially when there's already so much activity going on. So yeah, that's the first elephant in the room. But we'll get to the bigger elephants in a little bit. And, okay, now we move on to the updates that are going to be in the Mario Party game, Super Mario Party Jamboree, which I also have. Online sessions of Mario Party are something that I'm probably not going to be too much involved with, especially due to internet lag. And okay, I really miss playing Splatoon. I'm hoping that's going to give people more of an incentive to play Splatoon online, especially since Splatoon is much, much better enjoyed with other people and teams. Yeah, there's just so much about this that it all looks like it works so well. And the game chat feature looks like it's gonna be probably the best thing to enjoy about it if you play with friends. Like, if you love sharing gaming moments with your friends. I wish I had some friends to share my gaming moments with. At least I wish I had more. But I know not everybody's gonna buy a Switch 2. So yeah, I'm overall having very complicated feelings about this because it looks so good, and it has that Nintendo polish. It has that sense of near perfection, and it's everything. Most of what Nintendo does is like near perfect when it comes to their stuff and it comes to their games. And it's just like, it's all very, very promising. And I can definitely look forward. This is something that is really worth looking forward to with all the features that they're going to add. This here is huge. Game share. This is basically similar to download play / local wireless, like back with the DS games. And that's something that I honestly wish the original Switch did. Because when Nintendo said that they were combining all of the elements of every single console they've made and putting it all into one, that's what got me the most excited. And I feel like the Switch 2 is doing even more. Like, this game share feature looks like it's going to work exactly like download play from like the DS and 3DS days. If there's one thing that you should know about the Nintendo Switch, it's that when it came out, it felt like it was a fresh restart for Nintendo, because the Wii U didn't do very, very well. It didn't sell well. It was a commercial flop, and yeah, I mean, I still have my Wii U, but I only ever come back to it if I want to play, let's say, Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD or or hell, virtual console exclusives. But I digress. And the overall performance of this already looks better than the original Switch. And like look at this. This is something that so many people have been asking for with like the original Switch. So many people were asking for a better frame rate, 4K resolution, and we're getting it. You know, Nintendo's listening. You know, you got what you asked for. But yeah, the fact that the Switch is doing so successfully, despite the fact that like the Switch 2 is improving upon what the original Switch couldn't accomplish, and this, like the way that these new Joy-Cons are working, they're like magnetic, and you actually have to press a button in order to detach them. Because one big flaw with the original Switch was that the Joy-Cons, they felt very loose. And I know that not everybody likes to play with like a single Joy-Con. I know a few people who do. Like, I actually know someone in the Super Smash Bros. Community and the cosplay community who mains K. Rool, but he plays with a single Joy-Con, and he does really, really well. But the fact that they're making these a little bigger, and the fact that it's going to be like easier to hold, and like the only complaint that I have with the single Joy-Cons, at least in this current Switch, is that the trigger buttons are way too tiny. And if you have big fingers, or you're just holding them in a kind of awkward position, obviously it's not going to feel the best. There's so much that they're doing that's going to improve upon what the original Switch couldn't accomplish, and that is definitely a valid reason to want to move on to the upgraded system, or the next gen system, you know? There's just so many things to look forward to. It looks good. It looks like something I definitely want to jump into. And they're adding bigger storage, so you don't always have to buy like a memory card. I know that memory cards, I know that a lot of people are still going to need memory cards for this new Switch, but yeah. And the 4K support too, that's another big thing. And is it me, or does this dock look like it's going to be just a little bit more heavy? Especially in terms of like performance enhancements. And the menu that I'm looking at looks like it's an exact copy of the original Switch. But then again, I feel like they're going for like a Sony approach to how like the PS3, PS4, PS5 handles. I like the built-in cooling system. And the fact alone that you can play Nintendo Switch games. At least, I guess, the compatible ones. I don't know 100% what they mean by compatible, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This could actually give me a valid reason to want to, I guess, sell my original Switch and upgrade to the Switch 2. But that's not going to be easy because whatever data that I have on my original Switch, I'm more than likely going to lose. But I guess only time will tell about how like that's handled. I mean, you know, we got to look at the bigger picture. I'm honestly not too sure where they're going with the whole testing ground thing for the Switch 2. I mean, I get that it's supposed to teach you everything you need to know about what to get into for the Switch 2, but the fact that this is probably not going to come preloaded just feels weird, and using your Joy-Con as a mouse also feels like a weird concept, but I guess the execution is what should really matter. I mean, like I said earlier, I know that not everybody owns a PC that is meant for gaming, and I know that buying all the specs, buying all the equipment, and stuff like that is hella expensive. But I'm gonna save that discussion for the end, because that's, like I said, that is the big elephant in the room. This is the first thumbs down I gotta give. The micro SDs that you use for the original Switch are not compatible for the Switch 2. Boo! The system transfer feature. As I addressed earlier, selling my Switch 1 for the Switch 2 is going to be difficult, especially in terms of transferring data. And that C button is especially going to be a big thing for those who are going to use the game chat mode. But that C button, there's probably more to it that meets the eye, you know? Rather than just the game chat feature. Check this out, y'all. The Switch 2 releases exactly a month after my birthday. So I'm just like, should I get this as a month late birthday gift to myself, or should I just wait for a holiday sale? But more on that later. The upgrade to the already existing Nintendo Switch games for the Switch 2. I'm all for this, especially if you already own the games. Like, this is also giving people a good reason to want to upgrade to the to a newer system. And okay, this camera already looks like it's gonna work so much better than what the Kinect tried to do, the Xbox Kinect. Okay, so for those of you who weren't there in like the motion control crazy era of video games, know that even the PlayStation Move along with the Xbox Kinect were very, very flawed. And I know that not everybody bought one because it just wasn't well received. But this, I'm hoping it doesn't flop. I mean, it already looks good too, and this whole mode with like a Bowser as like a an MC host of a live show, it gives me Mario Party 6 vibes. And I love that they're adding in the flowers from Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And this carnival coaster also looks fun. And I can't wait to get my friends and family involved in stuff like this. But like I said, the mouse controls seem kind of flawed, especially in terms of overall execution. The enhanced resolution is something that fans have been asking for so long, especially for a Nintendo system. And this is huge. Like look at how clean, look at how buttery smooth that looks. And okay, the Zelda notes feature. I should really address that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of those games that I already poured so many hours into, and I'm not sure if I want to revisit this game specifically to see these new features. Tears of the Kingdom, on the other hand, I still have yet to play, and I still have yet to make a video about it. But, I don't know if everybody really watches my Backlog Blast series. I mean, I know I should probably post more clips from them, but yeah, this looks cool and all. I love the fact that they're doing this. Okay, here's another thing to get excited for. They're adding kinda sort of DLC to Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And Kirby and the Forgotten Land was already such a really, really good game, such a perfectly executed 3D adventure for Kirby. I mean, I know that Air Ride tried to do the same thing, but this one is a full-fledged 3D Kirby game. I love the new mouthful mode. I love how you can upgrade your copy abilities, and I'm still super excited for Metroid Prime 4, as I already expressed in my previous video talking about last week's Nintendo Direct. Alright, the fact that you have to buy an upgrade pack for these, yeah, I believe that is kind of stupid, especially since, you know, like, we already bought the game, so I feel like having the Switch 2 alone should have the upgrade preloaded with it. I mean, it's like, we already bought the game, we don't really need to spend like extra dollars for something like this. But when you're gonna release a new system on a new hardware, a new software, just new everything, I just think it's kind of dumb that they expect you to pay just a little bit more just to upgrade something. But yet we already bought the upgraded software / hardware. But yeah, I'm done bitching about that. But it's just a nitpick that I have with that system. And this looks cool and all, especially how it's really showcasing the mouse controls, you know, wheelchair basketball and all. But honestly, this doesn't seem like it's for me. I mean, it looks like it works and all, it looks like it's fun, but you know, I'm not really too much into sports games anymore. As you can see here, they are actually bringing third-party titles to the Switch too. And Street Fighter 6 I've been wanting to play for so long, so like this gives me more of a reason to want to buy a Switch 2. And a lot of these third-party titles are going to be available on the same day as the Switch 2. It's kind of like how the original Switch released indie games onto that system on the same day that the console released. So it's going to feel a little bit like that. Bravely Default. Oh man, like I've watched friends play this game, and even though I'm not too much into JRPGs, Bravely Default, just everything about it looks just so good, and I'm excited for my friends who really love the Bravely Default games. Shoutouts to you, Edgar. I know you're gonna look forward to this. Oh my god, this is actually happening! This is actually happening! They're adding a Nintendo GameCube library to the Nintendo Switch 2 for those who have the expansion pack. So, okay, here's another thumbs down I gotta give. I'm just like, it's cool that, you know, people can experience Wind Waker if they have the expansion pack, but why couldn't they have just given us Wind Waker HD? It's like, let the Wii U rest in peace already. Do the same for Twilight Princess. Soul Calibur 2 I do like, and I know that Link is in this game. I haven't really spent much time on this game. I mean, I still have my GameCube copy of Soul Calibur 2. F-Zero GX, though. This game I've spent so much time on as a kid. And I grew up playing this game, and it's just... I'm so glad that people get to experience this too. Hey yo, Super Mario Sunshine, I see you there! My favorite game of all time, right there! So those who couldn't get Super Mario 3D All-Stars, now you can enjoy Super Mario Sunshine on this new system, should you choose to do so. I will die on this hill, goddammit! Super Mario Sunshine is a fantastic game. It is overhated. It doesn't deserve all the backlash. Like I said, when I get around to streaming or even Let's Playing the game, I'm going to have a f***ing field day with all the dumb complaints about Super Mario Sunshine. I am willing to defend that game until I die. Now we're getting the Hollow Knight Silk Song part. I love Hollow Knight, and I've been waiting for this for a while. And now for the big takeaways from this Direct. Okay, this here is huge. This is a game that I've been wanting a sequel for so long. And like, I enjoyed the heck out of this game back in middle school and high school. And the fact that this is finally happening, it's finally come back, I couldn't feel any more excited. Kirby Air Ride is coming back! Kirby Air Ride is back! Kirby Air Ride is back! Like, I know that people consider Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube to be a mediocre, but this one looks like it's going to be fantastic. And this one's called Kirby Air Riders. And the best part about this, and I do mean this, the best part about this is being directed by Masahiro Sakurai. Sakurai is coming back to making Kirby games again. I've waited so long for this, and it's finally happening! And now for the final trailer that I saw for the... And now for the finale. We are ending off with a brand new Donkey Kong game. Also, look at the way Donkey Kong looks here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we were already teased to this new design when we saw how he looked in the new Mario Kart game. But, it feels as if they're kind of remembering the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat games, as well as, Donkey Kong 64. And, this new title looks like it's going to be super ambitious. It already looks fun, and it gives me vibes of Super Mario Odyssey, especially with how open it looks. I know people were underwhelmed with a simple re-release of Donkey Kong Country Returns, when we already had a re-release of Tropical Freeze, like, so long ago. And I love the Donkey Kong Country elements right there. Like, this looks like it's going to be so good. And this is going to be a new, fresh start for even that of Donkey Kong. And The whole boxing thing, it's already giving me vibes of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. I bet that they wanted to take this in a new direction, but kind of bring those same vibes from a game that not everybody bought. Especially the fact that it required those bongo peripherals. So, yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza. And then the Direct ends with all the new features, at least all the big headlines that came with this Direct. So, here you have it. Here's everything to look forward to. Alright, as we look over the Nintendo Treehouse video of the new Mario Kart, I gotta say, look at this roster of characters. This already looks so hype. I mean, yeah, you can say the poses are reused and recycled, but at least the characters look new, and the designs look newer. You know, you gotta give them credit for that. So, yeah, I'm having really complicated feelings about this, because at the same time, this looks like something that I definitely want to jump into, you know, being that I'm a big Nintendo fan, and I have been since I was 5. And, everything about this just looks so... It looks worth it. It looks like it's worth getting excited for. It's worth the hype, and seeing this level of quality being put into this new system is definitely pulling me in. It's reeling me in. Like, that's the thing when it comes to new Nintendo consoles, is that they do it in a way that you know it's going to be innovative, you know it's going to be good, you know it's going to be of, like, amazing quality, and it's going to have that polish that really makes it all worth the full price to pay. On that note, let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Not even minutes after that Direct aired, and after a lot of people finished watching it, and then people started posting their reactions, one big complaint that I kept seeing online, and I've seen so much discourse about, like, for the last 2 days, I've had to, like, mute and block a few people off of my Threads feed because of that subject matter. The asking price for all of this. Now, we live in a really weird time. And I don't want to get too controversial, but I do have to point out that here in the US, we're kind of in an economy that is not looking too pretty, and we don't know if it's going to get any better from this point. But that aside, the asking price for, I guess, the entire system is like $400. Gee, does that sound familiar? I mean, aren't new systems nowadays up to $300 to $400? I mean, I did see that if you wanted the whole entire complete package, it was like close to $500 to $600. And yeah, I will admit, that is insane. That is insane. And it makes you want to not jump on it. And this is so hard to talk about. If you don't want to jump into this new console, you don't have to. I mean, it's completely up to you. And the Nintendo Switch itself is already such an amazing console, such an amazing system, and it has a phenomenal library that, like, it should have everything to fulfill your gaming needs. It's like, you got Mario Kart, you got Legend of Zelda, you got the Super Mario games, 2D and 3D. We're getting Metroid Prime 4, we got Pokemon, we got a lot of good Kirby games, a lot of RPGs, a lot of indies even. We can still enjoy those. I'm a die-hard Nintendo fan, but even I know that I gotta have my limitations, because, you know, I'm not rich. I work a part-time job, and, like, I'm trying to get as much hours as I can, and I already got so many events ahead of me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Game On Expo tomorrow. Tomorrow is a gaming convention, and I've got to make preparations for that. Why are so many people complaining when video games are bound to be expensive in this day and age? I mean, it's like, it's insane that so many people are complaining. It's not just an issue with Nintendo, it's an issue with every single platform. It's an issue that plagues PlayStation, it's an issue with the Xbox, and even PC. And that's another big thing, is that people spend so much on these high-performing PCs, and they probably spend extra on all the components too. And it is just like, they have the nerve to bitch and complain about the prices of a new Nintendo system and even the games. One thing I will recommend for this sort of thing especially if you don't want to pay full price, is wait for a holiday sale. And that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm probably just going to wait for a holiday sale. And I'm probably not going to be amongst the first to buy the new system. Ever since the 3DS days, I've always been amongst the first to buy the newest Nintendo console that came out. Like, I was amongst the first to buy the 3DS. I was one of the first Wii U buyers. I didn't buy the Switch day one, but I bought it during the first year. The Switch 2, I know, is going to be such a huge release, and I'm pretty sure that there's still going to be a lot of people that are going to buy the new system. And if that's what they're going to go for, then let them. Don't discourage anybody from buying this new system. If they can afford it, they can afford it. And those that can't, well, that's fair too. And like I said, you can still continue to enjoy the games that you enjoy, Nintendo or not. And I know that there's probably going to be a lot of people coming at me and calling me out for all my arguments and how I'm probably going to sound invalid, but I love Nintendo. I've always loved Nintendo. I've never given up on Nintendo in the slightest, even during like the darkest of times in my life. The Nintendo Switch already means so much to me because, like I said, it already fulfills pretty much all of my gaming needs. We live in a day and age where games like Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door can exist alongside so many other great games that the Switch has to offer. We live in a day and age where we have Super Smash Brothers, you know? That's a game that I still very much enjoy, both casually and competitively, you know? So it's just it's insane just seeing all this online discourse about prices, but I won't say what's already been said. And I think that about does it. I'll go ahead and end off right here. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Those who are seeing this, I hope to see you at Game On Expo, and peace out, y'all. Super Row Alex out. Later. I hope you're about as excited for the Switch 2 as I am, even if I'm not gonna buy it day one.
The music just
see ya.
turns me on.